live. Give your girl a round of applause because we have been consistent. But I really want to hit the ground running and get my channel back in action, okay? I put too much love into this baby, okay? So we've been talking about back to the skincare basics, right? So we've been talking about, products. We've been talking about all of that jazz. Today, I want to get into the layers of the skin. Now, I'm going to make this very simple. I want a teenager that is on his or her way from school to an older woman who was retired at home chilling to understand this. I want to make it simple. In reality, when it comes to the layers of the skin, there is so much more into it. They have other little bits and parts and pieces that go with the skin, but I just want to get into the structure of the skin and what the skin does and the three main layers of skin that you should know about, especially when it comes to caring for your skin. It's very important to know these key things because you'll know how skin functions and all of that. Hands down, to start all this off, the skin is the largest organ on the body, right? It's from our head down to our feet, right? The skin does what? It protects us. It protects us from the element. It protects our insides, well, along with bones and muscles and all that. So it is one of the biggest organs that we have. It is a protective layer to everything else, right? Also, our skin absorbs everything. It absorbs what you put on it. It absorbs what it comes in contact with. That's why you have to be very mindful of sun exposure, all this stuff, right? So it's a very important organ. And I feel like, it's best for you to be educated about it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into this. I have my iPad on me today because even when talking about the layers of the skin, I learned about all of this when I was in school. I was pretty fascinated about it, and it's something that kind of stuck with me. But even being licensed for like what, 10 years now, I still have to go back to the drawing board. I'm always learning when it comes to skin, and I'm always relearning when it comes to skin. Okay, so I have my little iPad here, and we're gonna make this simple. All right, so let's jump into this now. Um, There are three main functions of the skin, right? To block bacteria and microbes from entering the body. It helps regulate your body temperature, and it allows you to feel touch, heat. It's a big sensory, right? You can do cold, heat. It's a sensor. So when you touch something and you burn, all that. So those are the main functions of when it comes to the skin. So now we're going to talk about the primary three levels or three layers of skin. So you have the top layer, which is the epidermis. You have the middle layer, which is the dermis, and then you have the bottom layer, which is the hypodermis. Okay, and also hopefully this video is good for you guys out there who is in school, because I know learning this stuff in school when I was in cosmetology school, learning this stuff was a bit much. Okay, so those are the three main layers of the skin, and I'm going to actually show you guys a little diagram, right? Coming to Eunice's school. Actually, I'm thinking about something. I'll share with you guys later though. So this is the top layer, this is the middle layer, and this is the bottom layer of the actual, like, you know, uh skin. Okay, so and within those three layers, like I told you guys, it's a lot more, but we're gonna stick to this first, right? Okay, so let's get into that top layer. So the top layer is considered the dermis, right? So the dermis has connective tissue, sweat glands, and hair follicles. Oh no, hold on, sorry, take that back. That I was like, that's the middle layer. The top layer is the epidermis. See, I was like, that ain't the top. Girl, Eunice, get it together. So the top layer is the epidermis, right? And the epidermis is a barrier of the skin that keeps, the bacteria and all things that you don't want out of your system. All right. It is what gives your skin the tone. It is what, your skin tone is what also protects you from the sun. And it is the thinnest part of what? The skin. Okay. So the top layer is your most exposed part, of course, so it's a lot thinner and all that. So that is the epidermis, right? All right. The middle layer is the dermis. It has the connective tissues, it has the sweat glands, it has the hair follicles in there. Um, it has the collagen, the elastogen, the elastin, and yeah. So the middle layer is what keeps everything together. Hmm? So you have the top layer, epidermis. The dermis, the middle layer, is what keeps everything what together. It has the collagen, elastin. It's just what holds it together. Okay. And then the last and final one is the hypodermis. Okay. So the hypodermis is that fatty tissue, and it's pretty much like an insulation for the body. It's what keeps us warm, right? It's also like that cushion for organs and things of that sort. So it's. I'm trying. I'm really trying to make this simple to where you guys can kind of get it. I mean, it's not really too, but I didn't want to get too sciencey on this live because I really want to make this to where when you look at your own skin or when you're talking about skin, you can go, oh, epidermis, dermis, hypodermis, 3 layers. What does the epidermis do? Mm? There's only one person in here, but what does the epidermis do? Mm, mm. Are you guys, nobody's learning? Nope. Okay. So the epidermis is the top layer. It's our most exposed layer. Middle dermis is what? It supports it. It has collagen, elastin. That's the middle dermis. And then the hypodermis is the last fatty tissue. Okay. Now, something that I previously remember from my school days, and maybe another video we'll get into more details, but there's a part of the skin, I forgot what it's called, where it's where the skin gets all of its nutrients. It's where that bloodline, the veins come into play, and you get the nutrients into the skin from it. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video. But excuse me. It is very important to know at least the 3 structures of the skin, especially when you are getting into your skincare, because you'll know the structure of the skin, you'll know what part does what. And so when you see someone who is wrinkly or who's aging, you're like, oh, that's that collagen. Oh no, that's that collagen. Where's the collagen at? The collagen is in the dermis. That's that middle part of that skin, you know? So you have to somewhat know, I feel like, the basics when it comes to your skincare. It's good to know the products, it's good to know all that, and this is probably not the funnest part of skincare to talk about, but it is a part of your skin. You got to know what you got going on, you know. And so when you're able to know at least the 3 basics of things, and you're a little bit more educated on the structure of something, and this is why I wanted to say back to the basics, because when you go back to the basics of skin and the structure, you'll understand why when you're in the sun, you burn, because that epidermis is this thin. It's super thin. You know what I'm saying? So you're roasting that bad boy right off. You know what I'm saying? So probably was a bit aggressive on that part. But it's very important that you know. So I just wanted to kind of like make that like super to the point. And then, you know, some things when it comes to like keeping your skin hydrated, keeping your skin, you know, to its best. It's just like the hydration, moisturizing, like we talk about, limit your sun exposure. And that is another thing that I also too want to talk about in another video, or maybe we'll just go ahead and do it here because I've only been on here for 9 minutes and I didn't think that that was going to take as quick to talk about. So let's jump into a little bit of sun talk. We need to talk about sun exposure and sun talk. Hey Rose, how y'all doing? Hey Ariana, hey girl, have a great day too. So let's go ahead and let's talk about sun talk. I mean, it's just coming to me as I'm going on here. Um, you guys have to really understand the importance of protecting yourself from the sun. I'm not saying avoid the sun like a vampire, because you do still want to get sun exposure. It is good for your vitamin D. It is good for your overall, okay, your overall health. But if you are buttering yourself up with coconut oil and laying out on the beach and frying yourself like you a rotisserie chicken, that's not it. That is not it. You're going to be a fried rotisserie chicken in a bikini. I'm good here for the. That's good. Yay, Rose. I'm glad you're here for the skincare tips. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to give y'all the tea, give y'all the keys, okay? That's what I'm here for. But definitely make sure that you are wearing hats when you're going out for long periods of time in the sun. Make sure you are just taking care of your skin, because sun damage is really hard to reverse. I've seen women that have like sunburn, or like not sunburn, they have like a really wrinkly décolleté and chest area, right? And that is because that's sun damage. And once that sun damage happens, it is really hard to reverse, you guys. It is so hard, if not impossible. So I see it with the face, with the wrinkle feet on the eyes, and then you get sunspots on the face. Sunspots are not that bad, but it's those deep set wrinkles. Okay, when it comes to sunscreen, I don't really, I kind of don't really 11 on the clock. I kind of don't really believe in sunscreen. I'm gonna be really honest with you sometimes. Like, okay, I have sunscreen and I tell myself, put it on your face. But there's something about sunscreen that, between talking to clients and seeing clients who do wear it and they're still having certain issues with their skin and getting burnt, I'm like, so does sunscreen really work? You will put sunscreen on and still get roasted. I just think limiting your amount of time in the sun is probably the better bet, you know? And then on top of that, I'm going to be really honest about something else. The chemicals in sunscreen, right? When you're out in the actual sun and you've been roasting yourself with those chemicals on you, what kind of reaction does it cause? But you've never seen someone put on sunscreen and go outside and not get burnt. So I'm not saying don't use it, because I really do feel too, if you are using things like retinol and things of that sort, I prefer somebody to have sunscreen on than not. But I just say try your best to wear hats and protect yourself from the sun in general. But it's okay though. I mean, I've been sunburnt. We all learn, and I love to go to the beach and tan up and stuff like that. But there's a limit to it. Like, you don't want to be out there for hours just, and then you fry it up. Like, no, not at all. So protecting yourself from the sun is very, very important. A lot of like the Asian culture, or I don't know. I don't want to go too into details with the name on the culture, because people get real. But I remember a lot of them would wear like will have umbrellas, or when they're driving, like I saw a guy have a whole glove up his arm. Like, they don't play when it comes to the sun. I always thought it was kind of odd, but as I gotten older, I was like, I get it now. I get it now. Y'all got them umbrellas so you don't get burnt up. I get it now. And a lot of them have amazing skin. They don't be roasting themselves out there in the sun. Amazing skin. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, take note when it comes to protecting yourself from the sun. All right. So, yeah. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Anything about the skin layers? The epidermis, the dermis, the hypodermis, anything about skincare? I mean, not skincare, anything about sun care as well? Any questions? Um, I have only one sunscreen that I use, and I kind of don't like to use it as much because it leaves a white cast. That's another thing about sunscreens that I kind of don't really like a lot, is that they leave that white cast. And I've worn it before under makeup, and it didn't do too well. And it was the Derma E Vitamin C sunscreen. And that's one reason why I'm like, I can be okay. I can be okay on the sunscreen. But I mean, I'm not roasting myself outside. All right. So, anyways, let's do a little bit of a recap on what we talked about so far, because we're 14 minutes in, and I want to really make sure that we are hitting home on the things that we should talk about. Rose, should I do a TCA chemical pill now or wait? a TCA chemical pill now, or oh yeah, you probably want to wait. I feel like it depends on your lifestyle. If you are going to be at home and doing nothing and being okay with being at home and doing nothing, then that's fine. I always say take a look at your schedule and be realistic. Like if you got a whole party coming up in the next 2 days, it's an outdoor party, don't go do no chemical pill. Don't do it. But if you're going to go from getting the chemical pill to going home, then that's fine. If you got to run errands, I always say wear a hat or something to protect the skin from sun exposure while it does what it needs to do. But you need to be really careful when you're getting those chemical pills and being exposed to the sun, because that can have an effect on how that chemical pill actually heals. um so yeah, keep that in mind. So but be realistic with your schedule. I had a client. Well, it wasn't my client, it was actually a friend of my client, but she had a guy get a chemical pill, and he knew better. Get a chemical pill, come in and get his eyebrows waxed. Don't know why he thought that was a good idea. Laid that strip down, pulled it off, skin came clean off. Oh, I just got a chemical pill. Why would you come in for an eyebrow wax after you had a chemical? Don't do it. So be realistic about your schedule and where you're going to be. I suffer with acne, scarring, and hyperpigmentation. Yeah. So getting a chemical pill is great for that. A lot of people who really have a problem with hyperpigmentation, acne, they do get chemical pills, especially to help out with that scarring. One thing that I will say, and I say this to all my clients, get the acne and the breakouts under control, and that's even with me, because I have acne. Get the breakouts and the acne under control. Get to the core and then work on the scarring. Because what's going to happen is that if you're not getting to the core of what's going on with your skin, um, you're going to continue to break out and you're going to continue to have wet scars. So you're wasting your time if you're going to go get a chemical peel and you're not getting to the core of the issue. And this is the reason why I tell you guys the reason why it is so important to know the core of what's going on. A chemical pill is cool. It can help you long term. But if you're continually breaking out, you're gonna get a chemical pill, get a nice fresh skin, get some bumps, and then what? Right back to scar. Get down to the actual um issue when it comes to scarring. You say you also get skin tags. Now, you know what? There's something that I recently learned about skin tags. Skin tags are related to diabetes. Those who have skin tags, now I'm not gonna say, I don't think it's all, it just depends. But usually if you get a skin tag, I think randomly, it's usually linked to people who have diabetes. I didn't know that. That was something new that I learned. Also skin tags, they freeze them off. They freeze them or tie them off. There's a lot of like at home kits that you can do. And if you're not too sure, you can always go and get it done at dermatologists, which I suggest, because these at home kits gonna have a lot of people in trouble. Okay. You do be in the garden. Well, girl, you better not be in the garden when you got that chemical pill popping. Okay. You better schedule and be in the garden a few days before. You better be in the garden a few days before and then decide to kick. And then as your skin heals, of course, you can put a hat on and then go out to the garden and do what you need to do. Okay. But you got to really be careful when that skin is shedding and all of that. So, Amanita, you look gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, you definitely. So, yeah. But no, that's what I'm here for. This is exactly what I am here for. But yeah, definitely take care of that skin. I'm telling y'all, if y'all coming in here with the bullshit, I'm just gonna knock y'all off. But we not here for that. I don't give things my energy. I give what I'm here for my energy, and that's for you guys who are legit about skincare. Okay. All right. Any more questions, you guys? Any more questions about skincare? Anything? That was a good question, Rose. Thank you so much about the TCA, the pill, because not too many people know what to do when it comes to a, um, what is it? When it comes to a chemical pill, and so many people are doing the wrong thing. So, thank you, thank you for that that question. It's a good one. And then I did film the video about the darts, the patch to work on this. And I don't know how to feel yet. I think it kind of worked, but I don't think it's enough for me to like pop it out just yet. I don't know. I gotta work. Let me not. Hands are not even clean. I've been touching everything, and I'm gonna try to no. Yeah, but all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this live. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful, at least with knowing the 3 layers of skin. Okay. And also talking about sun care a little bit and things of that sort. I don't know how I'm gonna do lives today. I'm just gonna start to pop on and just talk to you guys and have a random topic of skincare. I think that's what's best. But yeah, so definitely I will see you guys in my next live. I'm working on the video, right, or I have to edit the other video. It should be up by tomorrow or whatnot, but I don't know. I think I'll be back on tomorrow for a live. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. Okay, I wanted to go to Leimert Park, but I don't think they're having it this year. I grew up over there, so that's my like stomping grounds every time I go over there. But I don't think they're having it this year for whatever reason. So I may have to find something else to get into for Juneteenth. But yeah. Sorry, you guys. I am out, and I will see you guys in my another video. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. My I'm gonna leave. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is golden.gdoll with an E at the end. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in right into here. Can I do? How do I type in here? I don't want to start a poll. Uh, Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how I can put. Mm, what in the world? Um. So we can't like add a comment in on the live. Matter of the fact, hold on. I got it. I got it. I got it. I wonder if I can do it from my iPad. Hold on, y'all, because I really want you guys to be able to get in contact with me when I'm like not on here. When I'm not on here, I'm either on Instagram sometimes and I got TikTok and all that. But I really want to be able to have another way for you guys to reach out to me. So I'm gonna try to jump onto my own live. Hold on. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my Instagram handle really quickly. How do you get y'all? I don't know how to get any of this. Later. Okay. So here is my Instagram. Golden.gdoll. That is my Instagram. All right. So that is Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, ask me any questions or anything like that, you guys can go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. Okay. All right, y'all. So we out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.